Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica, and today we are rebuilding our Legacy Challenge house. And if you have seen my last Legacy Challenge episode, you might remember that my Legacy Challenge sim, Jenny, she was celebrating Winterfest with her boyfriend, and they had some fun time together. They were decorating Christmas tree together, they had grand breakfast together, and also they exchanged some gifts, like, randomly generated gifts from under the Christmas tree, and they decided that it is time for them to move in together. And while I was doing that, me and my Legacy Challenge team, Jenny, were quite surprised to find out that her boyfriend has a child, and he did not have this child when I was moving him in the world. And yeah, I did download this guy from a gallery, and he did not have a child back then. And now he does. And apparently, we are moving in not only with her boyfriend, but also with her child, with his child. So now we have two additions to the family, and apparently, one bedroom we had before is not enough. And as we now have much more money, as we did move in with the boyfriend, now we can afford to rebuild the house we had before. But you might have noticed that when I was removing old house, I didn't remove everything from the lot. And that is because, first of all, I like the yard we have now. And second of all, I did not have that much money to rebuild the whole house for now. So I decided that I'm leaving the pond and I'm leaving a greenhouse, and of course, I'm leaving our tiny, cute graveyard we have. I cannot get rid of the dead cow plant, and I cannot get rid of my late husband's grave. So, and I also cannot get rid of random lady's grave too. I'm leaving that on my lot for now. So we are just rebuilding the house itself, and we're doing some tiny part of the landscaping right next to a house. And when I was removing old house, I found out that actually you can place debug landscaping in your household inventory, and I did not know that before. And I'm a bit embarrassed of how much time I had to spend in debug trying to find the stuff I did like, and I did not bother to just place it in the corner of the lot so that I don't forget about it. So apparently it might be a useful tip for me, or maybe for you. You might try that. Maybe it works for you too. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of a glitch, or maybe it's a feature that was out for a long time and it's just me who didn't know about that. I did use it here, and a bit later I will reuse all of the landscaping I did place in my household inventory, like not all, most of the landscaping, because I had a ridiculous amount of grasses that I had to sell, because like sell for zero millions, but it's still selling. So we are just rebuilding the house and redoing landscaping around it. And you might have noticed that I did go for some kind of a craftsman style of house, and that is because it's not that expensive and it's quite big, and it is possible for this house to expand later. And I decided that I'm not gonna expand the house itself. I decided just to leave a room for expansion in the house I'm building right now. So in the end, we'll have one empty room, and I think that's gonna be a bedroom for our next child, or maybe the child we have now is gonna move to the bedroom upstairs. And now we have two bedrooms downstairs and also two bathrooms downstairs. And two of these bathrooms are accessible exclusively from the bedrooms. So I decided to place a hallway bathroom, and it's going to be upstairs. And you might notice that I'm reusing all of the furniture I had before. And you will also see a bit later that I'm not learning from my mistakes. You might remember that I did meet this kind of a glitch when you start painting with your sim, and she just goes like, oh, I need to go and pet my cat, and she just leave painting unstarted and goes to pet her cat. And of course I understand her priorities, I like cats too, but when you need to paint to make money, and especially when painter extraordinaire is your lifetime aspiration, maybe you need to paint sometimes. So as my sim did not do that, I got a bit frustrated, so I decided that I'm just changing her lifetime aspiration. So now she wants to be wealthy. You might remember that before we had the wraparound porch in the front of the house, but now we have a porch in the front of the house, and not a porch, but a patio in the back of the house. And our back patio is gonna be just like a grill area. I'm gonna place there a grill and also an outdoor dining table. And in the front yard, in the front porch, I'll place a chess table and just some sitting area. And also I did place like some kind of a tiny front yard where we'll have this fountain with flowers from Romantic Garden stuff pack, and also a bench just maybe to go outside and maybe read a book, like feel yourself like you're in the park. That is what I wanted to do in here. And of course, on this lot, you can actually feel yourself like you're in a park because we even have a pond. And I decided to leave this, colorful mood we had before. So we have most of the rooms being different colors. Like our main living area is partly green, our dining area is mostly yellow, and our kitchen is blue. This deep blue we got from cottage living. Our bedrooms have different colors too, and you will see in the very end that I decorated kids' room in greens. Most of this stuff is green, so I decided to just accept it and place everything in green. And you will see, and or you might have already noticed that I have this kind of a weird 3 by 4 or 3 by 5, I actually don't remember, hallway. And this hallway is actually a cat room because I decided to place a lit box in there, also a cat tree, and an easel I talked about that I did not want to place, but I did place an easel in this build. And easel we have also in a cat room. And I decided to place a bonsai tree, like maybe my Sims will want to level up their gardening a bit faster. And also I decided that we'll have a tragic clown portrait in the room. I don't know why I decided to do that, but we have it here in this build. Again, I know I did it before and it's maybe a bit weird, but I don't know. It's a fun touch. So I decided that we are having it here. And you might see now just me furnishing the kitchen around. I'm trying to place some fun stuff around the kitchen, some new stuff. So we have kettle, we have pressure cooker, we have a dishwasher in here too. I don't think I'm gonna use it anytime because I have this cheaty trash can and now I'll get 40 millions of each plate because we have 4 Sims technically, like my Sim, her cat, her boyfriend, and his child. We have a breakfast nook in the kitchen, and I decided to place some kind of a bigger light in the entrance of the house just so that it's maybe a bit brighter or maybe a bit fancier. And we have a lot of paintings around the space, and that is why this build turned out quite expensive in the end. I probably do not want to talk about how expensive it turned out, and I'm sorry to tell, but it turned out to be expensive not only in the gameplay, it's around 70,000 simoleons, but it happened to be expensive also in real life because it uses a lot of packs. Like, why would you want to download this kind of a house? It's quite customized for my Sims I have in here. So, but not that customized, like, the only customization we have is actually graves. So, I don't know, maybe you want to have some graves in your like right by your house, but maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't download a house from a gallery where you have grace on the side yard. But that is my opinion. Maybe you think differently about it. And as I'm saying that, I'm actually much closer to finishing the build already. And we are now just doing a entrance to the house. And yeah, while I was searching for the painting I want to place in the living room, I looked at this tragic clown picture and I decided that, I need to place that. So we have it here. And I've talked about it already, I know that, but yeah, we have a tragic clown picture. And maybe it's a bit weird, but maybe it will allow my sim to paint some sad paintings, and sometimes they come in useful because sometimes there are such stuff at the parties like, oh, you need 3 of your sims to be in this kind of mood, and that is actually the hardest checkpoints for me because it's difficult to set sims in some kind of mood because you cannot control it fully. And yeah, That is why I just decided that I'm gonna place something for moods around here. Like I have a tragic clown portrait, and maybe my Saint Jenny will come back to painting. I don't know. I will try, and if it doesn't work, I'm removing easel and placing something else in there. Maybe just flower. Just because I am not sure that we have any skill building stuff which will take only one tile in the game. And yes, of course, I'm picking a lot of stuff from new packs because I'm a bit too excited to use that because it's not something I'm so used to in the game. So, and new things are quite interesting. And I wanted to clutter most of the shelves around the house. You might have noticed that too. So we have these pear and apple pictures in the house. We also have some books, some candles and stuff. And yeah, in this build, I did something that I hate when other simmers do that. But I made a chimney outside and I did not place a fireplace inside. I did that. I do not like when people do that, but I did that myself. And I quite understand why people do that sometimes. And that is purely because, you like how it looks outside, but you do not have a spot to place it nicely inside. So, saying that, I think I'm just gonna skip right into the game and show you what we have as a final product. Alright, so this is the house. Here we have a couple of lights. I decided to place them so that our front yard is not that dark anymore. And here we have some sitting area, and all other stuff around the house is unchanged. Like we still have our greenhouse with cowplant. Here we have our big pond. And let us go to the house. I'll skip to the day. And here we have like a generic craftsman house, I would say. And we have a chimney, which is actually useless in here, and in our front porch we have a chess table, and in our back patio we have a grill and eat area. And let us go to the entryway. Here we have a couple of shoe racks, we have a mirror and all other stuff. Here we have like our cat corridor because we have all this cat stuff in here. I have an easel which is gonna be glitched, and maybe I'll delete that a bit later. And this room is mostly blue. And here we have kid's bedroom, and this kid is gonna be spoiled. Like you see how many toys she has. And she has a cat mat in here, so the cat can sleep here too. And in here we have kids bathroom where I did place a bathtub so that when this kid is gonna be infant or toddler, I do not have to go far to bathe the kid. And right next door to the kid bedroom we have parents bedroom, and this bedroom is quite generic, like nothing so special. I decided to leave most of the stuff we had before in here, and I did place here this living chair, so maybe you can read a book or two in here. And here we have our pink bathroom for the parents. And our entryway is quite actually long because I decided that maybe this whole area is entryway. And here we have our dining area, and it's cat's dining area too. I hope it's accessible by my cat. I did not play test yet. And here we have a much bigger and much fancier maybe kitchen. Maybe I'll upgrade it while I'm playing. And here we have our living room, and I now thought that maybe it's a bit too much because we have a speaker in here, but maybe it's still nice. And here we have some stuff to do too, like you can watch TV, you can listen to some music, you can read books, and you can cross stitch. And that is all for the downstairs. And let us go upstairs. Upstairs we have this kind of office nook where we have this bookshelf and another cat tree. Like cat deserves to have some fun too. And here we have a bathroom. It's quite small, but I managed to fit a shower in here. Of course, it's no escape shower. And this is the extra room we have. I did not place anything in here, even a light. So when I'll have another baby, maybe I will just furnish it when I need it. For now, I just don't need that. And that is pretty much the build. Like, we do not have anything else. So, if you like this video, you may just subscribe to my channel and like this video. And I think that is the end. And thank you all for watching, and goodbye.